Hey guys, the title of this live will be Which Person Will You Be? As usual, I'll start off with the three fundraising, the three fun facts about Kenya. Um, First one, a popular source of entertainment in Kenya happens to come from dancing, bullfighting, and storytelling. That's one. Two, uh, parents don't just raise the kids of Kenya. This is normally a conglomerate effort. The village actually raises the child as well as the parent. Two. Three. Uh, Kenya is actually a place where hundreds of thousands of refugees go to escape violent situations from that they come from. Those are the three fun facts for today. I hope you guys are getting a sense of what Kenya's like, a little bit of the environment. Make it give some more personality to Kenya. I know that before being preparing for this trip, there was a lot that I didn't know. But before I really get into the nitty gritty, let me go first to saying thank you to everyone who's been donating. You guys are greatly appreciated. Y'all are really helping me go here. This is great. I'm hoping that by April 10th to raise $1,500. That is what the group is asking of us so that we can purchase our tickets and our flights. So I appreciate y'all for all the support so far, and I'm looking forward to more support. Um, so yeah, so I'm going and fleshing out really what it means to give, like why stuff like this is important and stuff like that. And continuing this, I thought today I would cover the topic, which person will you be? So, a conglomerate international fellowship that I'm a part of, that I'm actually going on the trip with into varsity. Um, a person came to speak at our event, which is called Large Group. It's an event we have every Friday where we go and we listen to a word or a message as a whole chapter. And the message was about the Good Samaritan. And so there were three persons that stood out in the versions, three types of people. There was the person that says, "What's mine is yours. What everything I have is here you go." There was the person that says, "What's yours is mine." These people people who take what belongs to you. And then the third person, "What's mine is mine." As in, what's mine is for me. It's what I have. It's not yours to have. So the story of the Good Samaritan really goes like this: person's asking, "What do we need to do to get into heaven? What is the number one rule?" And Jesus asks him that, and so he says, "Love yourself and love your neighbor as you love yourself." And he's like, "That is correct." And Jesus was pleased with him. And then so he asks, "Who is your neighbor?" And so Jesus replies with the story of the Good Samaritan, where this person is injured, he's down, he's beaten up, and all these people are walking past him. Priests, Samaritans in general, are walking straight past him and ignoring him, and he's just sitting there injured. And one guy who's riding his camel gets off his camel, puts this injured person up there. This person is said to be a Samaritan who's helping him, puts him up on his donkey and carries him 13 miles to a hospice or a hospital to help him out, give him 2 days worth of his wages to pay the hospice to take care of him and take him in. And so that's a lot. And then he said, whatever the extra expenses are, I will pay them. So we really were talking about what this message meant and what was Jesus trying to teach in this instance. And my reply was unconditional love. There was a couple things that in the Good Samaritan story that I noticed that they helped bring to my attention. One, we don't know who the Samaritan was helping at all. We don't know if he was a Jew. We don't know anything like that. All we know is there's this bloody guy he picks up, puts on his donkey, regardless of what other people are thinking about him, regardless of all this other stuff, regardless of whatever accusations they would have put on him to help this person. We don't know any of the status of the person. We don't know if that person is a Christian. We don't know if he's doing well in life. We don't know any of those things. And regardless of any of those statutes that person would or would not have had, the person still helped them. The person still loved them. That was the first thing. The other thing was that it was not convenient for this man to help him. I think a lot of the times when we want to help or we want to serve, it is at our convenience. You see many people talking about how they want to be hospitable to get into heaven because it makes them feel good. But how many people are willing to do something at their inconvenience? And I thought that was a very powerful message. And so I was digging deeper into this message. I was like, why would this person give 2 days worth of his wages to take care of a stranger and all this stuff? Really trying to get to the nitty gritty of this message. And I really experienced a lot of that. And actually, I experienced it today. And I really wanted to tell this story, not to brag on myself or not anything like that, but I just want people to know that I am not asking of anything that I'm not willing to do myself. And I'm really trying my best to lead by example. Because I am asking you guys to give a lot. I'm asking you to donate a lot. I'm asking you to spend a lot of your time and money and effort and invest it in me. And I know it's a big deal. So I'm very thankful for all of you. So what I want to talk about as a story today is this idea of the three. Which person will you be? Obviously, I don't want to be the person who takes from others. And there are people out there who don't have much, so they thrive off of taking from others, and I understand that circumstance. That's a very tough circumstance to be, and if the world, in an ideal world, that would not have to be the case. No condemnation to them. I hope that they don't have to continue down that path. There's the what's mine is mine, which I thought was interesting to you. Duh, it's mine. I made it. I worked it. I earned it. But then the one that I really want to focus on today is what's mine is yours. So I really want to get on this topic and really hound on this deeply. In Christianity, there's this idea of like what belongs to you truly doesn't actually belong to you, but it belongs to our Lord and Savior. So God being the person who endowed us with the privilege to have all these things, this omnipotent being who can help influence people and influence the environment and the world around him, can control whether you find money in your pocket, whether your boss gives you a raise, whether you have a job and a wage to earn in the first place, whether you win the lottery, whether all of these different mysterious ways and practical ways that we gain money are not just from us, but they are from God and a blessing from God. And that's one message we teach very often, especially when it comes to tithes, right? And so this person, this stranger helps this man in an inconvenience to himself. He's willing to invest his time and his energy and his effort and his day to taking care of this man at an inconvenience to himself. He's willing to give up his wages, and it really shows a reflection of what's mine is yours, because what's mine was not mine in the first place. It was God's. And so God, who loves all of us, every person on this planet, every person all across the globe, no matter what they're doing, no matter if they're in him or not, regardless of if they're saved or not, regardless if they're Christian or not, he loves them all, right? And so all of these things, he gives them to us in order to, one, bless us, but then so forth that we could be a blessing unto other people. And so this man who earned these 2 days worth of wages really to give up, I believe truly that this was a man that recognized that what's mine is yours, because what's mine was given to me by my Father, and it wasn't mine in the first place. So I'm walking down the street. And as I'm walking, there's this guy, he's shaking his cup for change down the street. There was a Chipotle. So I'm at the light, and I was like, man, I really wish I had like a few bucks to put in his cup or whatever. But oh well. Instantly, as I reach the light, God reminds me, hey, you have $50 in your pocket. And so me personally, in the past, I've struggled a lot with bills. I haven't known where my rent was going to come from. I have to pay that every month. I haven't known how I was going to afford the basic things of life. I'm not in the best financial predicament right now. There are a lot of things that I lack in financial stability, financial aid, all of that kind of stuff. Where's my meals going to come from? I may wonder from time to time. So like there's all of these things, but what I can say is that regardless of my circumstance, regardless of if I knew where my rent was going to come from or not, it's still paid every month. And I don't attest that to just me, but that has to be God, because there are some ways that I had no idea how I was going to get out of that circumstance. So being a person who's from that, I wanted to be a person that realizes what's mine is not really mine, but it's his, and it was a gift to me, and am I willing to give that back up, just like he was willing to give that up. So I'm walking, and I'm at the light, and he reminds me of this $50. And so the first thing that I'm thinking is like, you got 20 seconds before this light change to convince me that I'm really supposed to be giving him this $50. So initially I was like, am I giving him this $50? I'm finna go take this $50 and put it into my account to contribute to my trip. Wouldn't that be the more progressive thing? And he was like, is it yours in the first place? And I was like, no. And he was like, do you trust me to provide for your trip? I was like, yeah, I guess. And I was like, he was like, do you trust me in what I'm gonna do with this man to bless him? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. So, but after that, after I really sit down, right before the light changed, he's changed my mind, and I turn around and I go and I run where there's like only like nickels and pennies in his cup, and I go drop this $50 bill, and I run off before the man could see me or praise me because I wasn't looking for any of that, and he looked at me the whole way down the street. What a blessing. Not even just to him, but to me to witness that. Like, I wonder what he's gonna go do with that. I wonder what situation that he was in. I wonder if he sees a little bit more of God's love in his situation because we are willing to love people at an inconvenience, unconditionally, regardless of how much it costs us, regardless of if they deserve it or not, just to be able to love any and everyone that comes across our path, so that because they received that love, just like I received that love and been blessed by my Father, that one day he'll feel the Father's love that was passing through me to this person, and that one day he'll be able to spread that same love. I think that's just a beautiful thing. I think that's an awesome sentiment. So I really wanted to tell that story for a couple of different reasons. One, to convict people, or are they living conveniently? Even if you don't believe in Christianity, are you living conveniently? Are you truly being a citizen of the globe who is willing to help people unconditionally, regardless of their statute in life, regardless of your statute in life, regardless of what you're fearing to have, because you can't outgive the person who gave everything. So, and I really wanted also to really enunciate that I don't want people to feel like I'm just asking for something that I wouldn't do myself. That was another thing that I really wanted to emphasize. I hope this blessed you. Please, I'm praying that you guys share this video, share this to as many people as you can, and once you share it, I would encourage you to ask them to share it too. The place that I'm trying to get to be, I don't want to ask a ton from a bunch of people. I feel like if a bunch of people could band together, and if it's 1,000 people and they all contributed $5, that's, $6, that's funding my entire trip. And that would be awesome. So, but I do appreciate the big people who've donated, man. People have really blessed me. They've donated 100, 70, 25, 40, $50, and they've been a really big blessing to me in this trip. I'm really excited to do more videos and give you guys more updates in the future about where I'm going, how this is headed in me, and I really hope you can chew on that for a while. Thanks, and I'm out. Wait, no, I'm not out. I'm out. I'm here. I'm still here. One more thing. I actually found the professional version of the place that you guys are allowed to submit funds. You can do it anonymously if you don't want me to know that you're giving and you want to give out of the goodness of your heart. You don't want me to know. You can give as much as you want. You can give a recurring gift. But it actually is actually through the organization that I'm going with, if that makes you guys feel a little bit more comfortable with donating and stuff like that. So I attached that link below. It's different than the GoFundMe. I really appreciate all of those who's donated through the GoFundMe so far, though. And God bless all of you. I hope that every person that gives had the heart to give, had the heart to share this video, and all of that is blessed. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'm out. For real this time.